Hi and welcome back. In this lesson we will learn about immutable object in Java and specifically related to string object by answering some very common interview question. Are string immutable? What does immutable means? How immutable objects are created in Java? Can you give another example of immutable object in Java? And last question, can I create an immutable object? We will start with the first question. Are string immutable? The short answer to this question is yes. In Java, all strings are immutable. Now, after saying that, let's try to understand what immutable standing for. Immutable objects mean that once the object was created, it cannot be changed. Let's take a look on the sample from the previous lesson. In this sample code, some string with the value myTestString was created. All these strings, first, second, third, and fourth, are immutable. That means that after they were created with the myTestString value, their value cannot be changed anymore. Let's take a look on the Java string code to understand it more deeply and to answer the next question. How immutable objects are created in Java? When opening the object, it is marked in Eclipse with a small f on the class icon. It is already giving us first hint that this class is a special class because it's defined as a final class. As you can see in the string class, it's defined as public final class string. And next, you can see that the value of the string is also final. Private final char value. As we can see, the immutability is being achieved in Java by defining a class as final, meaning it cannot be extended, and the value of it as a final variable, such as private final char value. So once the value will be initialized in the constructor, it cannot be changed in any way. For example, let's take a look on the string with the input char array. We can see that the value variable is being assigned with the input value. Once this happens in the constructor, the value cannot be changed anymore because it is a final variable. This is the way Java creates immutable string object. Okay, now that we understand immutable, you may ask, okay, fine, but what if I would like to change the string? So if you would like to change them, Java will create a totally new object and the previous one is going to be garbage collected if it is not in use anymore. Let's take a look on the substring method implementation of string and try to understand what happens if one wants to change the value of it. As you can see in the description, substring returns a string that is a substring of this string. The substring begins with the character at the specified index and extends to the end of the string. For example, if I have unhappy string and I will do substring with 2, it will return a new string with the value happy. If we will look on the implementation, we can see it is doing some validation on the input first and then creating a new string and return it. So related to string, all methods which are work on it, such as substring, concat, replace, to lowercase, to uppercase, and many more, they are creating a totally new string object with the new value and return it as an input. The next question we want to answer is, can you give another example of immutable object in Java? Actually, in Java, not only strings are immutable, all of the primitive wrapper class are also immutable. For example, boolean, byte, character, double, short, integer, and long. All of them are immutable classes. We will discuss about primitive wrapper classes more in boxing lecture. But for now, let's take a look on the integer example to see how they were created as immutable object. As we can see, the icon of the integer is also having this small f, indicating this is a final class. So the class is defined as public final class integer. If we will take a look on the constructor, we can see that it is assigning input to the value variable, which is a final variable. Exactly the same as string. Once the value has been initialized in the constructor, it cannot be changed in any way, because the value field is final. This is the meaning of immutable class. You can take a look on the other primitive wrappers such as boolean, long, double, and see that they are all the same from immutability point of view. Regarding the question, can I create immutable object? After we understand how Java achieves immutability, it is clear that we can create our own final class and create a constructor that initializes the final value. So the answer is yes, we can create an immutable object if our program needs it. In the next lecture, I'm going to discuss what are the pros and cons of immutable objects. It is a must lesson before any interview. So see you there. Bye bye.